Real quick, YouTube, these are dark horses for the college football playoffs, chosen by you in the YouTube community. Your comments drove my selections, and I thought they were pretty interesting. The last one, though, I picked 4 teams. The last one is mine, and it's pretty dark horse, I would have to say, but let's get it started. The Florida Gators are definitely a dark horse team in college football, coached by Dan Mullen, who has gotten the offense rolling. Quarterback Felipe Franks looks to start off the year, but some people are saying Emory Jones, the freshman, could challenge him. When you look at the schedule, you see Miami. That's more of a big name game. I do think they could take care of Miami pretty easily. They got Auburn and LSU. That's a tough stretch. Then they have Georgia later in the year. That'll be the most important game of the season for Florida. If they can win 2 of those 3 games, they could get in the SEC championship and be in the college football playoffs. Who knows? Now, Texas is a team many of you in the comments section wanted me to include, so I decided to include them. Sam Ehlinger, is their starting quarterback. The defense is getting a lot better. But what worries me about Texas, guys, is the schedule. It's pretty tough. The Big 12 is very competitive. Lots of even teams in this league, but they also have LSU in that non-conference. Obviously, they're going to play Oklahoma, Iowa State, so not really a super easy schedule for Texas, but hey, they can still make it to the Big 12 championship and find their way into the college football playoffs. Wisconsin is one of the first teams that jumped out to me in the YouTube community. A couple of you commented Wisconsin, so I decided to include them. Their out-of-conference schedule is not that hard. We'll get to that in a second, but their O-line is always strong. They always have a good defense. Jonathan Taylor is the guy there. I mean, he had 2,000 rushing yards last year. Paul Chryst, the head coach. The quarterback is what I really worry about. They lose Hornibrook, who I never really thought was that good, but they do play Michigan, Michigan State, and Ohio State in conference, which is very tough. But if they can lose only one of those games, then they're definitely in the Big Ten championship and win that, and you're in the playoffs. Before we get to my pick, here are the comments from the YouTube community. I hope you enjoy. YouTube, I decided to go super dark horse with this one. Utah, a team that probably no one would ever see coming. First of all, they're a dark horse because they're in the Pac-12, and then they're a dark horse inside the Pac-12. They're not Washington, Washington State, Stanford, or Oregon. They made it to the Pac-12 championship last year. Probably could have won more games if Tyler Huntley, their star quarterback, hadn't been injured. This is a team that could easily run the table, and it's not as much as how good they are. A little bit is about how horrible their schedule is. This is a very weak schedule. Not only is it one of the weakest out-of-conference schedules in the country, I mean, their in-conference schedule is not difficult at all because they really don't get, the muscle of the Pac-12. They avoid Oregon, who is everybody's favorite for the Pac-12 this year. So that could end up coming to their advantage, and they could maybe run the table, which would be very interesting. Thank you, YouTube, for watching. Make sure to suggest what type of content you want to see, and we will make those videos for you. Have a great day.